Some of those in the silver-haired community would say it's a great day for golf, and it is, don't get me wrong, but we say it's a great day for football, and the roof is wide open here in Glendale at State Farm Stadium. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup set to go here between the Carolina Panthers and the Arizona Cardinals. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? Fielded right around the 8. Oh, a dangerous... And look at this. Right away, a loose football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. And how about that for some fireworks to start this one? And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll push forward to the 37. Gain. Two. This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Murray now to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Moore. And he is going to have a Cardinals 1st down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5. The Cardinals at 3 and 5, 2 games under 500. And they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. A gain of 10, 1st down, Arizona.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
And that went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. To throw is Murray. Got his man complete over the middle. That's more. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 18. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue.
Oh, there's going to be a little bit of regret there because they certainly had the chance to get off the field here, just giving up a field goal attempt. But they couldn't get that stop on 3rd down. Now they have to hunker down because guess what? That drive continues.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. On play action, it's Murray. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Well, a nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
Anytime they think they've got him open beyond the markers, you know they're going to throw it his way. And that's not going to change even after that incompletion was forced.
It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on 3rd down.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Easy, easy, easy. Big ace, big ace. Hey, go, Mike 40, Mike 40. Hey, watch the slap, watch the slap.
Here's Murray. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions and what was once a nice drive stalled out here. I'm going to give credit to the secondary partner. Never gave up as they gave up a few yards, and they came through on that play to deny that pass and force the 4th down.
Blankenship's kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well, and kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
After the made field goal, here's Blankenship again. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Throwing on 1st down is Carr. And his throw here's incomplete.
You know, Charles, for this defense, look, it's no secret. You're facing a team that is really, really struggling. They haven't won in what seems like forever, but sometimes a desperate team can be a dangerous team, right?
You're exactly right about that, but they shouldn't be. When they're on that type of a losing streak, it's incumbent upon you to take charge of this game early and not give them any reason to hope. Get out in a tackle and make sure you knock them back on their butts.
14 yards, good for a Panther first down. Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down.
Well, this defense for the Cards, they were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's what you would consider a goal for each and every defense, because if you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team because you expect your offense to score more than that. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course, but I'd have to say a very solid performance.
On second down, McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr.
Looking for the out route, and he's got it. It's complete to McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
They are such a talented team at defending the perimeter and taking away throws to the outside. Great confidence, great skill.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. The clock running here, under a minute to go now in the first quarter of a 3-0 game. Carr now on 1st down.
On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. But it proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he'll take this one down to the 36. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down.
Now he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Buda Baker with a pick. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown.
CD, what a sensational start for this defense. Instead of just forcing the 3 and out, which they were about to do, they pick it off and take it in for the score.
Yeah, I mean, they didn't just settle for the standard good way to start a game. They started in dramatic fashion. Take it away, score points, and guess what? They'll be flying to go back out there on defense again after that play.
So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
Now they come into this one with an 0-8 record. The playoffs obviously out the window weeks ago. For now, their season boils down really to one question. How do we come up with that first win?
It's a great question, and I do think that they'll get it because they've been close a few times. But in order to get it done, morale has to stay high, so a lot of that goes on the coaching staff. You know, easy to coach when you're 7-1. That's a piece of cake. But with their record right now, how do they manage to keep these guys going in the right direction? And they're going to need some help from some of those veterans in the locker room as well.
Now Carr to try again after the pick six. And he fires one that's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick.
And the Cards are going to take possession of the football.
Partner, I think this is what long-term starters in the NFL separate themselves from the rest of the pack, because there's still 3 full quarters left in this one. More than enough time to move past a pair of early mistakes and find a way to lead your team to a win. Mental resiliency, a characteristic every NFL team's looking for in their quarterback.
After the turnover, here's Murray. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They started this drive backed up against the wall by the turnover, but I love their fight. Planted their feet and forced the incompletion on first down.
On second down, they'll run it here. And he'll get nothing there. Stopped right at the line, as that will wind us down to the end of this first quarter of play. Back in Arizona, second quarter action. It's the Cardinals in possession, as they've got it with a third down coming up.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Throwing now is Murray.
On the out route, he's got Burks.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
And this third down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. And this is caught. It's Brown.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
Nice job understanding the situation. 3rd and long, kept the play in front of them and made the tackle. They gave up a good chunk of yardage, but it does force a 4th down.
Murray and company going for it on 4th. And this is caught. He hits more.
And the Cardinals are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
Definitely an important sequence here for this defense. They've had their share of struggles in this first half. They just cannot afford to give up another touchdown here.
They'll try to run this one in. And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. A great effort there.
His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year.
And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And that makes our score 17-0.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Switch.
Carr. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Carr.
That's complete out right to the tight end, Trimble.
And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down. Now Carr.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Oh, boy, he fielded it right on the goal line.
A very good kick there, but 15 yards on the return.
And the Cards are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started.
3-5 is where they sit on the year. A very uneven start is certainly not an ideal position to be in at the halfway point of the season. CD, do you see an avenue where they can still be a playoff team, or is that ship sailed?
Well, since you took me to the nautical side, I'm going to try and keep up here because, to me, this ship is about ready to pull out of port. These next couple of games are absolute must-wins for them. Now, if they can win a couple, get to 5-5, maybe they start believing in themselves. But a loss here, that would move them to 3-6. And if that's the case, well, that boat is going to head out to the harbor with them still on the dock.
And this one will go to the 28-yard line.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Now Murray, he bootlegs it. He'll buy some time right.
This will be caught downfield by Moore.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Murray.
He's got Brown on the out route complete. A couple of Oklahoma teammates there. Murray to Brown for a Cardinal first.
And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
First down, Murray. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38. Second and 2.
Murray now. Leaping, and he makes the grab. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 18. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
So from inside the 20, here's first and 10 at the 18.
From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. And he's got the hook up to Moore. Touchdown!
Rondale Moore.
His 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Cardinals are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And a rout is on here in this first half.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off.
And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit.
Carr now on first down. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown.
I mean, at this point, CD, what is not going their way in this first half? After that pick 6, they now have a 4-possession lead here.
And that allows them to say to themselves, how about we get everybody involved, okay? Because this one is a runaway, and it's looking like it's going to be even more of a runaway. Everybody gets a chance to play and get a little bit of love. The more guys that get to watching the highlight reels from this one, the better.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
Things for them, just to put it bluntly, man, it has been tough sledding here in the first half, facing that big deficit. The clock is dwindling now. Maybe if they can get something on the board here before intermission, they'll have at least a little momentum heading into the second half.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Carr now to throw. And he'll air this one deep for Anderson. And this one is incomplete.
I believe I'm following their logic. Take the big shot downfield, loosen things up. You're hoping to get some points on the board before the half. Maybe now you come back and throw some underneath stuff in order to make sure you get a completion.
Back to the air on second down. It's Carr. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Jalen Thompson picks it, and the Cardinals are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
In on the tackle there, Brandon Smith.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on second.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. So we reach halftime here in Glendale with the Cardinals on top. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Panthers going to get the football first, trailing here as well as we resume play in this second half. And that'll carry over. The back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. First down, Mayfield. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that'll make it second down.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Mayfield looks to throw. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. Here's Freiermuth again. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
And again, it's Mayfield. And he comes back with one complete. And the Panthers are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
And I'll tell you what, this offense is playing a little bit of keep away right now. They've come out here in the 3rd quarter, possessed the ball for quite a while, and they keep on converting. Nice pitch and catch there to set up the 1st and goal.
He pushes forward from maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
2nd down and goal. Mayfield firing quickly here, and that's complete. Another shot to at least get on the board here. This is 3rd and goal. Now a handoff up the middle. Irving, he's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Mayfield to throw for it on 4th. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Pat Freiermuth. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Panthers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his 2nd miss of the year. And our score will stay right where it is. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, they score here. This one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now, and I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on their way to a lopsided victory.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here, and he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up.
Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes they're quicker than they get credit for. And this time he uses quickness to make a play.
Out of the gun, here's Murray. Steps away to his left. He's got a man, complete. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Close. Check.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
On goal-to-goal runs, when you create lost yardage plays, the only way that happens is either called pressure or what I like to call straight-ahead pursuit. A great read, and they get to the backfield and make the play.
And that was a big chunk of yardage lost. And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. Out there is Rodrigo Blankenship in the field goal unit. From the left hash, just a 32-yard attempt. Blankenship's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though. Probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and that will bring up 2nd down. Throwing, Mayfield. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy, and the Cards are going to take possession of the football. Well, just another reason to celebrate there on the defensive side with the interception, and this is a game that they clearly have firmly in their grasp.
Yeah, a lot of handshakes, a lot of hugs, a lot of smiles. It's been their day.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a handoff running through the middle. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
Here we go on 4th down, and he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. The Cardinals unable to convert there on 4th down. And the Panthers will get the football back. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule that if someone does it to them, you won't hear people protest out of them. That's just who they are.
Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. To throw, Mayfield. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. Now Mayfield. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. On 3rd down, Mayfield. And that will be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. Then the Cardinals will now take over with excellent field position. Well, they've clearly made a conscious decision here to be more aggressive in the late stages of this game here in the 2nd half.
And I get it. In this situation, you know, if you want to be aggressive out near midfield, you feel good about your defense maybe, or just, hey, I thought I had a proper play call. But how about the guys that just stopped them? How good do they feel right now? Hey, you want to go for it here? We shut you down? They're over on the bench right now feeling great.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Hey, it's not the most spectacular play, but I think most teams will take that every single time for the first play of a drive. Begin the series with positive yardage and set yourself up for a very manageable 2nd down.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's a give up the middle. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Check three. Watch the edge. On the hole.
Here's the option going right. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd.
Murray to run again.
No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
You and I have been around teams, and they all have goals for games, don't they? And every team we've ever talked to says what?
No turnover.
Don't turn the ball over. 0. And they were that close to getting it done. Won't cost them today, but they'll hate that when they're watching the game tape.
Throw left side. McCaffrey's got it. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter. On 3rd and 1, here's Mayfield.
That pass complete to Moore.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
Mayfield to Moore for the Carolina first.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Mayfield to throw it. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
Going to the air again with Mayfield. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Now Mayfield on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't matter. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And it would seem as if their 3-game winning streak is about to go to 4, but still a little work to do as they start 1st and 10 to about the 48-yard line. So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals, and I think the game balls need to be distributed on the defensive side of the football, and I bet that you would agree.
Yeah, if you hold a team under 10 points, that's a job well done, really well done. So I would say game balls for every starter and every key player who participated in this game.
Now, see, I only like one game ball. You're handing out multiple, although I set you up by saying game balls, plural. But
I like where we're going with this, though. You say one to represent, like the best player of all of that. And I say multiples so that you keep everyone motivated and involved.
You're a man of the people.
I'm a man of the people. I thought I was the only child.
You get a game ball, and you get a game ball. Game balls for everybody. So for the Cardinals, it's an important win for their postseason hopes as they at least get back to 4-5. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, it's another week, another